really all of that rests on Junja in this game. We have also talked about the some of the picks from Hongq, ones that we think are good, ones that we think are, you know, not so bright.
Even when On gets all his spells up and available, you're still playing into Kog'Maw Lulu, and if you ever go in, boom, you're getting polymorphed. Junja.
He's alone. Nobody is really close to Xun. Junja could just continue this trade, but now On is on the way, and so is Viper. Flash heal from On keeps Xun alive, and Junja struggling for a way out. Does have Hongq on the way as well. JDG actually managed to collapse and save their jungler from Mission Impossible. On low, this could be first blood. This could be huge. Vampire collecting first blood. Bit odd, but it's big. It is big for JDG as they must win this game.
Giving gold to them, I think, it sometimes trumps giving gold to either your mid laner or even your bottom laner in some instances. If Lulu gets to her Enchantress items even sooner, I think this game is completely busted. What the hell, Bin? I mean, sure, you got the wave in, but Sion's going to get the next wave.
Xun showing up in the bot lane.
Gala steps
Gala and
up.
Vampire stepped a bit too far forward and On bumps him under the tower. Gala's taken 2 turret shots and is gonna go down. Viper collects the kill and BLG are back on the board 2-2.
He recognizes that the enemy bot lane has to get this wave in. Probably is also expecting that Xun is going to have camps. I like this steal away. You gave up your AD carry, but still getting dragons is kind of a win condition we've seen time and time again in this season.
Yep. JDG going to be able to claim that Drake despite the difficulties of bot lane. Gala, though, I guess a silver lining here is he is able to hold on to that flash, so still has that defensiveness.
And make it so that they'll have an item advantage or some kind of put their enemies at a disadvantage. Junja's getting engaged.
Same thing's happening in the mid lane as Knight forced to flash away once again. Junja will manage to live, actually absorbs the wild growth, but Hongq's on the way. And the 2v1 becomes a 4v1 in the favor of JDG as Hongq does manage to translate, turning a mid lane advantage into the river. Does fall, but Junja manages to pick up the next kill. Still an advantage trade for JDG and something they desperately need.
I still love what we saw there. Didn't get to move. I mean, Viper, I'm pretty sure you lose this one.
Gala cannot afford to die right now. Viper flash, maybe after death, maybe Viper goes down, and he will. Gala collecting the kill in the 1-for-1, and Junja gets to keep pushing this wave.
Xun is going to be the first, but Junja is in the area, though. No Weaver's Wall for Hongq and no Prio for Xiaoshu. It's very difficult for Xin to actually walk in here with inklings of safety.
Got
Will
one,
be
that counts.
likely another 3 Void Grubs going over to BLG, demonstrating remarkable priority on this objective, as you had mentioned out. Forced to consider this Kog'Maw as the key to victory, or the very thing that could lead to their downfall. Vampire sticking around, making sure that Gala is safe as his team goes for the dragon, and it's going to be a dragon uncontested for JDG, their second one of the game.
Yeah, BLG just really... For sure, and Vampire has to keep kind of his eyes on... We'll hang on.
Out, and unfortunately not much that he can do. On gonna pay for this positioning with his life. Does pop the Unbreakable Will before falling, but fall he must. JDG have complete control over the top side river, and this final Void Grub will belong to them.
And Viper... That is just a sad sight to see. It's going to keep ballooning Gala ahead. He's not the guy that gets the kill, but now Junja is just going to be able to rotate up here. He's going to patrol this tri-bush, and I feel like with the item advantages that are present, they can go for these 3v3s.
The BLG want this engaged. They've got to teleport far behind JDG, who are currently stuck in the tri-brush. Hongq is here.
Too, though.
It is a 4 pile-up on both sides. Everybody trying to disengage from the gravity well that Knight laid down. Hongq in the front line now. Junja, but a teleport into the back line from Xiaoshu. Draws the ire of BLG and forces them to group up. Xiaoshu now flashing away. Junja alone in the front line. He's going to go down the bump back. Actually favoring JDG for now as Xun goes for the flank. Big flash pulverize from On. Does cost him his life, however, as Gala, untouched in the back line, strikes back for JDG.
They're not going to be able to contest for this Herald. I mean, it doesn't matter that you got 2 of the grubs here for JDG. How much more can they do? Gala is still full HP. You do not have wild growth.
Gala can do this. Polymorph is big.
No.
Bin is going to go down. Last auto will do it. It's another kill for Gala. And even without a jungler, Xiaoshu rockets forward. JDG are clawing their way back into this series.
Vampire turning BLG's carries into squirrels and buffing up his own carries to allow them to win the fight. JDG claw their way back, like you said, Dia.
There's no subjugate available, so the TP shield, and you look at his items, Victor's not pushing any kind of real DPS into this guy at this time. The Herald, it's actually a pretty big save, I think, for BLG.
Gala does absorb a quick wild growth as BLG look for yet another play. On really wants this, but again, is going to be left alone. That Unbreakable Will is doing basically nothing in the face of JDG.
You have lost the last couple fights here, and I think having to face down a 21-minute Soul.
Wait, hang on.
Here, Gala.
Oh!
Oh, God, he's gone. BLG did take control despite a bit of an awkward throw. In second game, you did not see BLG give even a single toss. JDG this time have definitely of their own volition.
And we can maybe have some access coming on through, but they're completely cut off.
Weaver's wall. Shun and On are grouped up together, but they've got to pull the trigger immediately. Bin goes up the wall. Dominus already popped. He finds Junja. Gala still firing away at him from the back line, though completely untouched. On is finally going to flash and bump him forward, but Gala still has nobody else looking at him. Frontline has Xiaoshu and Hongqiu destroying Knight, and Gala picks up yet another kill.
Great trade here for BLG. JDG now get to move into the Baron. They'll have that buff for 2.5 minutes, and unless there's some big heroics coming on through, there's still big questions.
No Dominus for Bin, who again gets polymorphed. Junja flashes on him this time, isolating himself from the Baron.
Junja, you
still
are
hasn't
the
finished
jungler.
off either kill. Well, Shun is watching the Baron go down. Junja will collect the kill onto On, walk his way back to the Baron pit, but Shun has to be kept out of here, and you cannot risk going 50-50 on a smite.
You absolutely cannot. I mean, Shun doesn't have flash, so there's really no easy way for him to get into the pit, but he's going to try and maneuver his way. I don't think he's going to be able to do it, though. Baron should go to JDG. It was a little bit closer. I think Shun was maybe a bit too close for comfort, but still, JDG turning that fight into a worth it play. All 5 members going to be wearing purple, and this will just allow them. I think the Siege with the range on things like the
into a position for his team to collapse, but by giving up all of the access to your front line, now it is allowed for Knight to fall at the beginning, halfway through that fight. And yes, you still get the Dragon. I like JDG's position. We've liked their draft throughout this game here.
BLG to make their way on to the Kog'Maw. The real big thing that I think has given BLG success to get onto the back line is, hold on. Okay.
Pillar, man.
Got him. Wait, Bin is on a flank.
Gets to engage for free. Bin, remember, no flash on Gala, so he gets on top of him, but again, polymorphed again. Another kill fed into Gala. BLG commit on this time while Xiaoshu zones off the entire team, kills Viper, and sets up a double kill for Gala. This puppy cannot be stopped. JDG have collected 3 kills so far and are looking for the inhibitor, perhaps even more.
They're just going to go for the game. Please give this first pick Lulu MVP for this game. Vampire with an instantaneous cleanse from the Mikhails keeps Gala alive, and that's game number 3 going over to Jindong Gaming.
Nothing that Shun and Knight can do but watch as the Nexus Towers fall and as JDG start their way back into this series. Gala again steps up.
These were some of the best highlights from today's matchup. Which moment was your favorite? Let me know in the comment section below. This is OP, and I'll see you tomorrow. Take care.